1.0 Introduction with a song. The film starts off with a signed letter being dragged by the wind onto the door of Shaggy's home that the Boo estate is being bequeathed to Shaggy. I guess this must be from Shaggy's uncle, who must have died and written this in his will. Which is strange, as Shaggy's uncle seems to be a Confederate soldier. How did his manor get passed on to Shaggy? There surely must have been some more family members to inherit this before Shaggy. The opening of this film is quite hectic, and I think that Scooby gets scared of a blind that has turned into a ghost. Both Scooby and Shaggy quickly escape from the house in the car, which stops as Scooby forgets to get sleeping Scrappy-Doo. To be honest, it would have been better if he just left him in there, but okay. 1.5 A continuation of the introduction. While the producers William Hanna, Joseph Barbera, Kay Wright, writer Jim Ryan, and supervising director Ray Patterson are being credited, we get to see more of the environment that Shaggy and Scooby will be in throughout most of the film, even seeing some skeletons and a crocodile that will probably be seen later in the film. Overall, all of this is the witch. She speaks about the Boo brothers and how they should be feared, creating quite a foreboding atmosphere as we enter into the film. Section 2, A Start. We see Shaggy and Scooby traversing, I believe, to the south of the US in a green Jeep. In this moment, we are also introduced to the character of Scrappy-Doo, who first brings up the question of where the three are going. Shaggy is asking Scooby about where Boulegard Road is, and is getting frustrated at Scooby for taking too long looking at the map. Scrappy insists to help Scooby, but Scooby does eventually find the address. As a right turn is taken into a country road, the environment changes drastically from being a warm autumn morning to a stormy dark wood. Scrappy-Doo again remarks about the fact that Shaggy has inherited a southern plantation, a large estate meant for farming tea, coffee and sugar crops. Scrappy gives the viewer more knowledge about the plot and allows us to understand where the three are going. As Shaggy looks at the map, he drives over a road closed sign, stopping the car and in turn getting his head stuck within the steering wheel. Scrappy saves him and Scoob is lost. Apparently he got stuck within the engine and has destroyed the map. Now the three are lost. It's dark and now it's raining. As the three are driving in the rain, a Bigfoot-esque monster appears and scares them. Another hurdle is identified when the wheel of the car gets stuck in mud. As Scrappy and Scoob are trying to lift the car out, they are aided by the monster we saw beforehand. Scoob gets frightened and quickly pushes the car out of the mud. Maybe this is one of the friendlier creatures that they will encounter on their journey. An ominous, but I don't believe it is threatening stare, while the monster is taken at the car as it drives away. However, as the car drives away, a police siren is heard, and we can see a police officer, I guess more of a sheriff, speaking into his radio about the car needing to pull over. He also identifies that Scooby is driving and crashes into a brush with sparkle toothpaste billboard. I don't understand why Scooby is seen in this way in the Scooby-Doo universe. Do people not know that Scooby and many other dogs speak? Why are these talking dogs not seen as normal people when they can definitely do the same things? I don't understand why they are undermined a little bit in this universe. As the sheriff questions Shaggy about his license, identifying that he is out of state, he asks him where he is going, allowing us once again to understand the aim of the three. Also, the sheriff speaks about how he recommends that they turn right around, but they don't. We can also see the monster listening in and perhaps preparing another scare near to Boulegard Manor. The sheriff speeds away as the new call has come in about an animal circus and reminds the three again about the haunted nature of the manor. While speaking about their recent interaction, the three encounter a dead end, which opens up and leads into a graveyard. Shaggy remarks about this while Scrappy shows us his confidence. Scooby tries to be the brave uncle, but signals to the audience that he is as scared as Shaggy. As we traverse through the graveyard, a new character, a Confederate soldier with yellow glowing eyes, appears. As Shaggy speaks about the low chance of ghosts existing, a headless pumpkin horseman figure on a white horse approaches the car. Quickly speeding away, the team has to turn quickly again as they encounter a wolf with yellow eyes and the same Confederate who orders the three to leave this place. These yellow eyes have been seen 4 times now, and I do wonder what importance they may have. As Shaggy is panicking, we see that the 3 have finally found the Boulegard manor. It looks like a large mansion from a Resident Evil game. Shaggy wants to turn back, but the engine of the car dies. The Headless Horseman and Wolf chase the 3 and they run to the doors of the mansion. As they try to break the door down, it quickly opens and they run into the fireplace full of ash. Section 3, Boulegard House Tour. A wind pump thing. I have no clue what this is. I tried to search up and nothing came up, so find it please. Is used by someone to clean the 3 of the ash. This is done by Shaggy's soon-to-be butler, who frightens the 3 and does have a scary atmosphere around him. The butler Farquaad introduces himself and the colonel, who has lots of resemblance to the soldier that we saw warning the 3 of this manor. Farquaad sounds bitter about the fact that the colonel has passed the family jewels to Shaggy. I do think this is understandable though. Farquaad is portrayed as a strange character throughout, but we don't know the reasons that have led him to this. Why should someone inherit something that they don't really deserve? Is this fair for Farquaad, who worked all his life for the colonel? As the 3 realize that the colonel looks similar to the ghost, a saber is thrown on the wall and misses Scooby as he rapidly ducks down. Farquaad again reminds us of the fact that these jewels should not be going to Shaggy, but Scrappy interjects, stating that they do belong to Shaggy. Perhaps this shows the cutthroat nature that inheritance can bring about. So I recently read Being Mortal by Atul Gawande, and it speaks about the cutthroat nature of inheritance and how children were fighting for their parents' money and land. Why should money and land outweigh the love you have for your family? As Shaggy and Scoob try to leave, the Bigfoot-like monster appears in a doorway, which Scoob quickly closes. When a knocking comes from the same door, Shaggy and Scoob notice how Scrappy is left behind. I feel like even the producers think he is dispensable in some of these films. He's running into another room. Farquaad answers the knocking, and it becomes clear that it is the sheriff, who speaks about an escaped circus ape, the one who has made 3 appearances so far, suggesting that this is the villain of this plot. Shaggy and Scrappy come out of the room to speak with the sheriff, which I don't understand. We never saw Scrappy run into the same room with Shaggy and Scoob, so why did he just leave that same room? While Shaggy and Scrappy are speaking about the jewels and the ape being a ghost, Scooby and Ape are listening in. Scooby runs and tells the sheriff of the ape, who in turn draws his revolver and enters the room. In the room we find a stuffed ape. Farquaad explains that the ape spirit haunts the manor ever since the colonel bought him. As the sheriff is speaking about how ridiculous this is, the ape's ghost pets Scooby. Scared, Scooby informs the sheriff, but to no avail. The sheriff orders the 3 to leave this place, and they comply. As Farquaad is excited about the jewels being his, a shiny ring drops out of his pocket, which Scrappy quickly takes. The sheriff confirms that there probably are no jewels and leaves the manor. Scrappy explains to Shaggy that this ring was meant for him, as it has an inscription for my nephew Shaggy. But Shaggy insists that he wants to leave. Whilst trying to do so, the truck is sinking in some mud. I don't know, but I guess it's a good narrative device to make sure that they stay at the manor, although this has been used twice now. Isn't the truck broken now? Like, either way, actually, what is going on? As Shaggy starts to sink too, Scrappy and Shaggy try to rescue him, but all seems to be going wrong as they all start sinking. But luckily, the tree flings them back, landing on a plank of wood that launches Farquaad through the ceiling, like a seesaw. The 3 have to spend the night now, and Scrappy has some trouble blowing out haunted candle. After this, some trousers start to dance, which is quite scary. A hand scratches Scooby, and the ghost colonel is seen once again ordering them to leave this place. Section 4, the first interaction with the Boo Brothers. Scrappy finds an advertisement about ghost exterminators to Boo Brothers, which I don't get. So ghosts are getting rid of other ghosts for money? Why do ghosts need money in this universe, and how did they start a company? While calling the number, the Boo Brothers quickly arrive from the telephone line, which I guess is quite efficient. They don't need to take into account travel costs. The 3 introduce themselves to Shaggy, who screams about the nightmare that he is in. Who is Shaggy?
I don't
Shaggy
know.
Rogers is seen as a lazy slacker who is best friends with Scooby-Doo. He is based on Maynard G. Grebs from the show The Many Loves of Dobby Gillis, although he is a much more of a hippie and is also apparently a vegetarian. Are Scooby Snacks vegetarian? vegetarian. Wait, what are Scooby Snacks? What are they? What are Scooby? What actually are Scooby Snacks? Section 4.55. What actually are Scooby Snacks? So they are usually a small brown biscuit or spherical wafer that are used to influence Scooby and Shaggy. They were produced in Coolsville and Munchville, Ohio. Munchville. Is that a place? We're also on sale on a vending machine in Japan. The producer William Hanna said that he believes a Scooby snack tastes like a caramel flavoured cookie or a butterscotch morsel. They are sold as dog treats, but then why does Shaggy eat dog treats? And if they have chocolate in them, wouldn't they kill Scooby? Section 5. Who are the Boo Brothers? The Boo Brother Freako is the aggressive one, who likes to bully his other brothers. Shriko is the goofy one, and Miko is the least likely to start a fight with other people, because he is the meekest duke. I think the Boo Brothers would have been a great inclusion into some other Scooby-Doo films, and it's quite disappointing to see that they are only included in one standalone. Also, as I have said previously, I think Scrappy-Doo kind of sucks. He is mainly just used as something to progress the narrative. He is also the confident one, I guess, which I don't think is always needed in these films. Also, where did Scrappy-Doo come from? Is Scooby pregnant? Can Scooby get pregnant? Shaggy and Scooby usually automatically believe that the ghosts are real, but it is refreshing to see that they do cast doubt on this sometimes too, like in this film. Section 6.
Please stop watching this video!
So I did start to feel a bit of sympathy towards the Boo Brothers near the end of the film, as they explained that they were orphans, and it's good that the three donate the family jewels to the Boulegard Orphan Foundation. Oh wait, did I just spoil? Section 7. Okay,
leave.
This
Go
is the
away.
end.
Don't subscribe.
So the real villain was the sheriff's twin brother, TJ. I think this is one of the better endings of Scooby-Doo films, as it wasn't very clear who the villain was from the start, which is good. It ends with Shaggy giving the manor to the Boo Brothers and letting them have a home. A great ending to what I think is one of the better Scooby-Doo films. Thank you for watching this, and if you made it to here, then thank you so much. I know this is quite a long video, and I do like making these, so maybe I'll make more. I don't know. So if you like this, then be sure to sub and like. Thank you.